I was always under the impression that as a registered nurse, I was valuable. As a registered nurse, I'll always have a job. As a registered nurse, I'll be rich. Yes, that's what I thought. I thought I'll be rich. I thought I'll be swimming in money. I thought, yeah, I'm sure I'm not alone on that one. I'm sure I'm not alone on that one. And have you ever also heard that as a registered nurse, you cannot be fired from your job? Okay, so here's my story. So I worked for this hospital for a good 8 years. I started off as an LPN, then went to nursing school whilst I was working, and then got my registered nursing certification. No, and then got my registered nursing degree and continued working for the same hospital, same unit, and I loved my job. I enjoyed my job. But the thing with nursing that I love about nursing is you can always change your, what's the word? You can always change what you're doing. You can always change your specialization. You can always change, like from emergency to maybe ICU to CCU. You can go to medicine. You can go to work in vascular. You can go and do home care. You can do telehealth. So many job opportunities, right? And it came a point in time where I was searching for another job opportunity, something that would pay me more, and still here in my thinking, no, I can be rich as a registered nurse. So I decided to try my luck on travel nursing. So I got a job as a travel nurse, and when I got the job, of course, you negotiate on when you want to start and everything like that. So I told my manager then that I got this job, and with telling her I also had my 2 weeks, notice. But my intention was to stay casual. My intention was not to just, quit and be gone, because this is travel nursing. I still have to come back home. And when I come back home, I need a job, right? So I went and I gave my 2 weeks notice. And when I went and gave my 2 weeks notice, I was so confident that it's my 2 weeks notice and I'm still going to have a job. And I was not full time at the time. I was a part time worker. So I only worked zero point 0.4, if I'm not mistaken. I think, I only worked zero point 0.4, but then it didn't work in such a way where you're working, the same number of days every week. Maybe 1 week you're working maybe 2 days, the other week you're working 3, something like that. And also to do with the weekends. So if you work one weekend, maybe pretty much most of the week you're not really having many shifts, and then the following week you have got weekends. So that's just how it was. And I also only worked nights at that time. My position was only a night worker, and I quite enjoyed it because I had a young child at home, and that worked in my favor, and also young children that were in school. So I was able to sometimes take them to school depending on how early I get home, depending with the weather, the traffic. When the weather is nice, I was pretty much able to get home on time. But then when the weather was not nice, then I had to depend on friends, to take my kids to school. But I was always able to pick them up from school because I would be home. So anyway, so I went, I gave my 2 weeks notice. But then as I was giving my 2 weeks notice, because of also my shift, how my position was, that 2 weeks notice was pretty much like me only working maybe 3 days or something, or maybe even 2. And my manager was not happy. And here I was thinking, I was buddy with my manager. I thought, my manager loved me. Why? Because my manager even came to my graduation. She came to my graduation when I graduated as a registered nurse, something that I had not seen her do. Maybe she did it and people never said, but I had not seen her do that. And she actually bought me a bouquet of flowers. And I was like, this manager loves me. And also being a minority too, you know, it's always at the back of your mind. Don't kid yourself. It's always at the back of your mind, especially if you're a minority in a place where the majority is not you, right? But anyway, I thought, she loved me, we're buddy, and she would understand. And not even understanding, I thought my 2 weeks notice was enough. But here she was. She pulled the union book on me and told me you had to give a 4-week notice. And I'm like, 4 weeks? How come everybody that I know, that works in this hospital, that I know, they always give a 2-week notice and it's okay? I've never heard them come back and say, oh no, she said I should only give, I should give 4 weeks notice. Everybody gave 2 weeks notice as far as I was concerned. Even up to today, when I tell people my story, there's, majority are shocked, like, what? I thought it's only 2 weeks notice. But anyway, she pulled that on me and said no. But with travel nursing, what happens is when you book your travel nursing assignment, when you set your days and they buy your ticket, it's set in stone. And for me, being a first time travel nurse, first time job, I don't know, like the Indians, and then I'm afraid to even ask them to say, oh, you know what, my hospital that I'm working, they want me to work for a full month before I can, travel or come to, this new job that you've offered me. I didn't want to lose that job either, because the money that they were offering was ridiculous, right? But anyway, so I just told my manager, you know what, that's okay. If you don't want to keep me after this 2 weeks, that's okay. So that's how in my opinion, I was fired, because everybody I knew kept their jobs. They could give their 2 weeks notice, go do life somewhere else, and they could still come back as casual workers, and it was never a problem. But when it came to me, it was a problem. Yeah, my position, my seniority is what matters most, right? When you stay casual, your seniority still stays, just in case you decide to come back and be full time. I don't know if it is the same, with you who is watching me right now, but I'm in Canada, so the province that I am in, the hospital that I work, seniority matters, and it still matters up to today. But yeah, so I lost my job that way. That's how I got fired from my nursing job. The job that so many people are scrambling, so many people are dreaming of getting into. Yeah, let me know in the comment section down below. I'm not gonna keep on, going into this. I'm gonna come back again. We're gonna continue with our storytelling. And I shared my story just so that I can also learn from other people, so we can learn from each other. What are your experiences? What have you learned in your work of place? Have you ever run into the same situation that I've run into? And what have you done? And if you'd run into the same situation that I did, what would you have done? I had, so many people, my friends, and also, people that I just told my story along the way. They're like, you know what, you could have contested it with the union. You could have, but I mean, like, in my thinking, I'm like, okay, yes, I contested. Yes, I stay at the same job, but I still have the same manager. And I don't know my working conditions, if they're going to stay the same. If, my philosophy in life is do the thing that you love. When you go to work, I want to go to work with a smile. I don't want to go to work anxious. And as a nurse, that's not a good thing. And I love nursing. I enjoy nursing. And when I go to work, I just want to go and, be at my best, and give my patients my best. And if it means me now coming to work and I'm not satisfied with the conditions that have been given to me, or I'm not happy with my manager, don't get me wrong. Yes, I've worked with some managers that I did not care for, but as long as they stayed in their lane, I stayed in my lane, we did our thing to accomplish what we're supposed to, all was well. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And I will be coming back again with so many other stories. And I'm also leaving this platform open for you guys. If you feel like sharing a story and you are not able to share it yourself, I'm leaving my email as well, and I'm putting it on the screen. Send me your stories and I'll share them anonymously. All right, guys, I'll be seeing you again in the next one. Love you.